what that's his what, things like that, where it's like what's the through of this phrase, like understanding not just the accent with the sounds, but the phrase work basically of
Is
how
that
it
what you felt
connects.
like you learned that
I
you
think
need
it's
more work
something that
on,
it
or
it it makes me realize that's a component maybe I haven't looked at as much in the
gotcha.
past. And so
Okay, good.
maybe sometimes it's connected, but I haven't always thought about that piece
Right.
and how that would make you blend, hopefully blend in as a Brit even more if you can
Right.
master that
Yeah, good
element of it.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear somebody mention that because we're going to work a little bit more on that tonight as well. Anybody else? Anything that you feel like, yeah, I got it, or yeah, Bianca.
Um, yeah, after, because I think that was it 2 weeks ago, we each read through like the monologue.
Hmm.
So I definitely took some notes home where uh I saw my weak spots, or you told me my weak
Good,
spots, and that was really
good,
helpful. And I've been practicing that. For me, it was more of the
good.
O sound in the middle of words, um, or like of, um, consistent O's. But then also, I would love to. I was practicing the intrusive R, like
Hmm.
or like I can do it at the end of a sentence or by its own on its own, but when it's with another vowel word, um, I was struggling with that because we kind of I think went over it quite quickly.
Yeah, we did. And I've kind of got a little bit of that involved in tonight too,
Okay.
if we have time. You know how that goes. But
Okay.
yeah, and we've got another class, which is good because we can get some of these things in that we didn't. I
Okay.
want to make sure we kind of cover all the basics. And then on this next class that we have, that's kind of why I'm asking you. We're going to get some of this stuff in that didn't feel like you got enough of it. Anybody else? Okay, Tyler.
Yeah, I enjoyed having the longer monologue last week because it was
Hmm.
a
Good,
good opportunity to kind of practice everything together.
good.
Um, but I think the thing that I still go back to is the R's, like when they are kind of blended or when it is
Yeah.
more of an R sound. That's just something I still need to feel like I need to get a grasp on.
I'm glad to hear that. And we're working on that more tonight. So I had a feeling that we all hadn't really dug into that enough. So good. I'm glad to hear that you feel like you could use a little more because we're going to spend a little time on it tonight. Good, good. Anybody else that you feel like, yeah, Bill.
Yeah, I would say the same. It was cool doing the monologue. Um,
Good.
I think I'm struggling with like the word, for example, the word one, O-N-E.
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
how is that O
Okay.
pronounced
Okay.
in the
So it's not
word
it
like
it when
one,
you okay,
but
pronounce it in American English.
one?
Okay, what's the sound that you hear there?
It's like a one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So do you remember what the sound is with this accent?
That's yeah, I'm not remembering and I was
That's
trying
what
to go
you're
back and
okay.
find that,
So
but
no, that's great. That's great.
yeah.
It's a lot to remember.
Yeah.
So the sound goes farther back on the tongue and it's more like an sound. So what happens with the word one, we actually pronounce the O-N-E the same as we do W-O-N. I won the game, right?
Mhm.
They're the same, they sound the same, they're homonyms. So if you think of this won the game, sometimes it's a little easier because you've got a W that kind of gets there for you. We say it even though it's not there on O-N-E. English is crazy.
Mhm.
But that sound travels back further on your tongue, so it becomes one, wa, one.
One.
Try that.
One.
One, one.
One.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Like almost like WAHN, one.
Yeah. Okay. That helps.
Good. Does that
That helps.
help? Does
Yeah.
that
And
help
so
anybody
like
else?
London is the same thing, right?
Same thing,
Yeah.
exact same sound,
Yeah.
exact same sound. The sound when it's in a stressed syllable, that means that you hold it longer when you have a stressed syllable, becomes an sound. So the becomes one, wonder, um, London, um, fun. It was
Hmm.
fun to tour London.
Hmm. Okay.
Cool.
Thanks. Yeah, no, that
It's
helps.
probably the sound that gets the most has is probably the one that gets is wrong most of the time,
Yeah,
that
it's
am correcting people on the most.
okay.
It's because it's just not what we do, and it doesn't feel logical to us.
No.
Yeah. So good. Any other pressing questions? Because we're going to do a lot of I want to answer a lot of questions tonight. We're going to be a little bit looser in some of the stuff because I want you guys to feel like you can ask. So, any other questions before we jump in? You guys are great. You're all professionals. Okay. So, I had a question for you guys, something that I have forgotten. Do you remember? This is literally I just because I'm just don't remember because I do this all day and I kind of got mixed up a little bit. Did we get through all of the sounds on this document? Do you remember if we went through all of the ones? Because I don't remember. I thought we did, but I don't want to assume. I'd rather go back over it twice if we have to. Did we do
Which one?
oi and ow and ah?
Um,
So I drew a line actually on where we had
Oh, you
left off
did.
before, and it was after the ER vowel.
Okay. So we did get that far.
We
Okay.
started doing the
yeah.
sentences, but we did like the
Okay.
first three, and then
Okay.
that's where we stopped. We didn't go to consonants. I think
Okay.
you covered
That's
some of
I
the
did that on
consonant stuff.
purpose then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the R is what we're going to do tonight. So good. We're where we need to be then.
Okay.
That's good. Um, the other thing I wanted to ask you guys, did all of you get this document in your group of documents, the short A rules?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody got it. Good, good, good. Okay. So tonight I sent a document that looks like this, linking R. Did everybody get that today? Excellent. I want to start out going over this. This is another rule. And I'm sorry if I seem a little trembly. I'm freezing.
Oh,
Is it cold where you are, anybody? It's just really cold tonight. And my office is all windows in an old house, so it's a little chilly. So I'm a little shivery. I've got hot tea. Okay. So this is called the linking R. And this is when you have R at the end of a word, and then what to do depending on what the next word starts with. So the linking R happens when a word ends in R and the next word starts with a vowel. This is one of the few times, I don't want to say only yet because, oh, it's not only, but it's one of the few times when the R is rhotic. And rhotic means simply that it sounds like r. Right? So if you'll see the examples on here, the first sentence I've got, if we were saying this in American English, the weather is colder in November almost always. It's a little weird sentence, but we don't really say it that way, but we do for this. Right? So our R's are always rhotic in most North American accents. So whether you have a break after the R or if you link it directly to the next word, you're still going to pronounce that R. But with the British accent, you typically don't pronounce that R at the end of a word that has an ER sound or OUR. It's still got the sound. Like glamour is still an ER sound, even though it's spelled OUR. So it's the same sound. So, but when the next sound is a vowel, the next word starts with a vowel sound, you use that R to link those two words together. So I wouldn't say typically the weather is colder because that I on the word is links up against that R. So it would be the weather is colder. Makes sense, everybody? Everybody practice that on your own, right? Now, I'm going to say this sentence in a way that is not typical of normal speech. We're using this as an exercise. But we're going to kind of do all of the linking R's here, and then I'm going to have everybody do one of these. Okay, so the weather is colder in, because again, you've got an R on colder, and then you've got a vowel after it, right? The weather is colder in November almost always. It's not the way people really talk. There wouldn't be this many of these in a sentence most typically, right? Because we do pauses, etc. But it's a practice exercise to get used to linking that R to the next vowel. So I'm going to call on somebody, and then you're going to call on somebody. So everybody here can just do this first sentence just so you can feel it. So I'm going to start out with Carolyn. Carolyn, would you read it and go slowly, or, go slowly and just, you might have to do it a couple of times. I see everybody practicing. That's great.
The one you just did.
Yeah, start with that one.
The weather is colder, colder in November almost always.
Good. Now try it again and try to flow it together a little bit more. Yeah,
The
it's
weather,
tricky.
the weather is colder in November almost always.
Nice. Very good. Excellent.
Like,
Why don't you pick the next person?
I'll pick Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Hello,
Hello, Brooklyn. How are you?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Brooklyn Whitmer is ready to go. Whitmer is.
Ponder about the cosmos and the origins of matter, and you'll wonder if we are each a star or a part of one.
Okay, this one's hard. This one's hard. That's great that you picked it. I'd like you to try it again and feel like if you have to make a break, just do it between two words that don't have an R, because you're going to probably need to make a break, and don't worry about that.
Okay.
So try it again.
Ponder about the cosmos and the origins of matter, and you'll wonder
No, the origins of.
origins of matter, and you'll wonder if we are each a star or a part of one.
Okay, so it's a little trickier than that. So
Yeah.
that was good. That was very good. So, but we are reach a star roll part of one. Star roll.
Star or part of one.
Star roll. Star
Star
roll.
roll. Star
There you
roll.
go. There you
Star
go.
or part of one.
Star roll. I know it's weird.
Star
It's
roll.
hard.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of try that. Make sure your mics are off, but everybody kind of try that. Star roll part of one.
Star or part of one.
Star roll.
Star
Star roll.
Star roll.
There you got it. There
Star
you
roll
got
part
it.
of one.
Star roll pot of one. Yeah, very good.
Star
It's hard.
Yeah.
I
It's
find
got
my tongue going. "Woo, yeah, woo."
yeah, that's what I felt like.
It
But it's really
does. It
cool.
does.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
good job though. You got through it. These are deliberately tricky. So pick somebody to do the next one.
Let's do Audrey.
Audrey.
Do you want me to read the next one
Yeah,
or?
go to the next one, and then from there on, people can just pick one of the three.
Okay. Heather is so chipper and happy that her asking about the details of the murder is not in character at all.
Good, good. You got it. Do it again, if you will, and this time slow down a little bit and this I'm asking a lot of everybody and
No.
try to think about all of those vowel sounds that we did before as well. It's
Okay.
hard.
Okay. Heather is so chipper and happy that her asking about the details of the murder is not in character at all.
Good job. Good job. That's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next, Audrey?
Let's
Raise
do
your fingers up so she can tell who hasn't gone. Yeah.
let's do Richard.
Excellent, Richard. Pick either any of the sentences you want.
Okay, I'm going with the first one. Um, the weather is the weather is the weather is colder. No,
That's it.
the weather is colder in November almost always.
Okay, do me a favor.
I what
Read it in your own, read it in
I
your
miss
own. Go ahead. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Richard?
I'm just saying I'm playing catch up, so I'm just trying to
I know
listen to
you
everything.
are. I know
So
you are. And you're doing great. Read it in your own accent like you would just be reading the sentence.
okay. The weather is colder in November almost always.
That's right. You would of course you have that accent. That's why it's so it's trickier for you.
Right.
Read the
We
first.
don't pronounce the R's at
I
the end.
know, not always. You do a linking R very, very similar to Brits. So what I'd like you to do is just read the first five words, just to the word in. Read the from the through in.
The weather is colder in
Okay. So the weather is colder in. Try that.
the weather is colder in
Good job. And then you've only got one more. So do those last three words and just link that R to almost.
November almost always.
Good. Now just say
November almost
November
always.
almost.
November almost
There
always.
you go. There you go. It's like putting parts together that are kind of going, I don't know if I want to go together. You're getting it. You do it a little bit more, it's gonna sink in. It's tricky. It's like a little, it messes with your brain a little bit. But you got it. Who's next?
Who has it going
Raise
yet?
your little hands.
I
Your
don't
little lovely hands, all of you. Look at those lovely
see. I
hands.
don't have everybody on it. Bill, go with Bill.
Bill.
Okay. The weather is colder in November. Oh,
Got it. That was it.
November almost always.
Now read the whole thing once through. That was
Okay.
great.
The weather is colder in November almost always.
Look at you. Look at you. Very good. Okay, who's next, Bill? Raise your fingers if you haven't gone. Yeah, I like the pinky. That was fun.
Victoria.
Victoria.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm
There
gonna
you are.
try the Heather.
Oh, good. Go for it, girl.
Heather is so chipper and happy uh, that her asking about the details of the murder is not in character at all.
Good. Good, good, good. Excellent.
That's so awkward to
It's
like
hard. It's hard.
yeah.
And, it's hard to hold the accent when you're doing that. Right now, I'm not so worried about that. I just want you guys to get used to feeling that linking thing because we're going to work on that a little bit more. Excellent. Who's next? Raise your fingy, your little pinky. Little pinky. Who's next?
Carter.
Carter.
Certainly. I'll try the Heather as well.
Excellent.
Heather is so chipper and happy that her asking about the details of the murder is not in character at all.
I thank you for fixing asking. That was lovely. Good job. Good job. Did it feel pretty natural to you, Carter?
Decently, yeah. I've
Decently.
had some
I
time to
thought so
think
too.
about
Yeah,
it.
it sounded, yeah, it sounded very like this is not too scary. Okay,
Good.
good. Who's next? Raise your finger. Little pinky.
Let's go with O'Brien.
O'Brien.
All right, I'm gonna do the first sentence. I just want to kind
Excellent.
of get that one out. The weather is colder in November almost always.
Good. Now I want you to do it again and go get really fancy for me. I want you to be very posh and very fancy.
The weather is colder in November almost always.
Good. I want to work on one vowel that we did the last time that I want to help you remember, but great job on the linkings. Make that O in colder. O. Colder.
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 The
Yeah.
weather is
Try
colder
that.
in the weather is colder in November almost always.
There you go. There you go. It's getting there. That's good. But great linking. Great job. Okay, O'Brien, who's next? Raise your pingies.
Um, Stu Bianca.
Yay, Bianca. At first, I thought you said Stu Bianca, and I thought, what a name.
What a name. No,
I think you should be Stu Bianca, don't you?
that would really mess the baristas up even more. I get
It sure would.
yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah, it's a whole
It's a whole thing. I'm sure it is. Whenever you're ready.
Heather is so chipper and happy.
Okay, but you got to link it.
Oh, Heather's.
That's it.
Heather is so chipper and happy that her asking about the details of the murder is not in character at all.
Very nice. There you go. Good linking. Good job. Okay. Who's next? Fingers? We only got a couple of fingers left.
Mallory.
Fingers. Okay, good. Hi, Melanie.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm gonna try the Heather one as well.
Excellent.
So Heather is so chipper and happy that her asking about the details of the murder is not the character at all.
Excellent. Thank you. And I think we've got Tyler. Who's next? Yeah, Tyler. Is that it? Anybody else? Laura. Oh, okay. So who do you want, Tyler or Laura?
We'll go Tyler. You said him
We're
first.
gonna go with Tyler. Go, Tyler.
Okay, I'm gonna tackle the second one.
Oh, go for it.
Okay. Ponder about the cosmos and the origins of matter, and you'll wonder if we're each a star or part of one.
Lovely. You linked it very well. Now, I will tell all of you, and I think you all know this, the accents kind of slip out of, perfection because we're focusing on that one thing. But that's what I want you to do is focus on that one thing. It's tricky. It's tricky. And last but definitely not least, we have the Laura husband. Whenever you are
thank
ready.
you. I'll also try the middle one.
Okay.
Ponder about the cosmos and the origins of matter, and if you'll wonder if we are each a star or part of one.
There we go. This is for, do this for yourselves, everybody. Yay. We're all beatniks from the 50s, right? Excellent. So what you probably noticed is that when you're focused on that, the accent tends to like to go out the window a little bit with certain sounds. That's okay for the exercise of this. I'd like you to work on it though, where you're doing these sentences and you're focused on the accent and linking. The good news is very, very rarely in real speech would we ever have this many R's that we have to link in a sentence. Also, if we did, we would probably do it a phrase at a time. We wouldn't run all that together, but it's a really good exercise for making sure those R's get linked. If you listen to people in real life, or if you watch BBC or BritBox or Acorn like I do all the time, you'll notice that this is not, it doesn't happen 100% of the time. Sometimes people will, they won't link it. They'll just finish one word with mother. They'll say mother and father instead of mother and father. So it doesn't happen 100% of the time, but it's always a giveaway that somebody isn't native if they never do it. So it's something that you do want to get facile with, something that starts getting natural for you to know when to link that R. Make sense? Okay. And I've got some exercises here for you. And on this next little category in the middle where it says on each of these below, find the linking R's. So on that first sentence, can you tell me which R's would link and which maybe wouldn't? Anybody that wants to say it, just kind of say it. I think that'll be okay. Carter, go ahead.
Seeing chair in or
And
chair
why
in.
would you? Why would you link that? I mean, I know this is obvious, but maybe not to everybody.
Because the next word starts with that vowel sound.
Right. And when I'm teaching youngsters, which I have done with this accent before, I tell them that, oh no, that word in doesn't have a sweater to cover it. I mean, this is like really little youngster ones. So they need that R to come over and keep them warm. I mean, it's silliness, but it helps, whatever you need to do to get an image in your head that you need to cover that vowel that doesn't have its, sweater on, whatever you need to do that. But very good. Excellent. Okay. All right. Where else? Where else is one in that first sentence? Yes, Audrey.
The theater with is.
Yes. Yeah. Theater is good. And then the next one, anybody? We do have another one. I gave it away. Bill.
Rear at.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. This is the thing that I didn't tell you, but I think you might kind of understand. It doesn't happen all the time because of the music of the way we do the sentence. When we speak in sentences, a lot of times we'll say a phrase and then we put a little break in there when we talk. Just like when I said we'll say a phrase dot 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 and then we put a little break in there. So in real speech, we're not always flowing all the way through. So we might say, the best chair in the theater is in the rear, right? So I'm kind of flowing in certain places and I'm breaking in others. That's just normal speech. You wouldn't typically, some of these exercises that we did, you wouldn't typically do a whole long sentence like that with one word after another. That's just the way speech works and definitely English works. So don't feel like you have to link every R to a vowel if it feels from an actor standpoint that you need a little break after that phrase. Then you don't have to. But if you connect the words, you need to use that R to connect them. Yeah, Bill, you had a question.
I think, yeah, the rear at seems like that would be hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Link it on
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
those two words.
yeah.
So you could skip that one,
Yeah.
basically.
Well, okay, so read the sentence without doing it, without connecting those and see how that feels.
Okay. And just in my normal accent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
okay.
no, in your British accent. I'm sorry, no.
Oh,
Yes, in a British accent.
okay. The
That is your
best
normal accent in this class, right?
got it. The
Okay.
best chair in the theater is in the rear at end of the row.
Okay. Now do it without with like you were saying where you don't want to link the with rear to at. Remember that's what you were going to try
Oh,
it that
okay.
way.
Yeah. Okay. The best chair in the theater is in the rear at the end of the row.
Good. Now if you did that though, the R on the word rear would be non-rhotic, meaning it would not have an sound because you only make that sound if it's linking to the vowel after it.
Oh, got it. So it'd be
Right? So
real.
a final R at the end of a word is non-rhotic. But if the next word starts with a vowel and it's in a phrase that would make sense to link those words together, then you use that R to link it with the other word. It's a little bit to process,
Yeah.
but we do it in English all the time. We speak in phrases, so we put little breaks in our speech. The sound doesn't flow for like little breaks between thoughts or between phrases. So that's how that happens. Okay. So we've got one linking our chair. We've got another one in theater. And there's another one. And what is that? Somebody just say it in that sentence. There's another R.
The rearette.
Yeah, yeah, at the end of the word. Right. So all of those can be linking R's because the next word the next word that follows it starts with a vowel.
I
Does
have a,
everybody get that? Yeah, Laura. Yeah, Laura.
um, maybe this is just flow of language in general,
It is.
but with like theater is in, like it makes sense to also connect the S to the IN and like
Yes,
end of the row like sounds almost like one word. So is that British or is that just flow of English? Like
that's
or
flow
is
of
that
English. That's
okay.
flow of English. It affects the R because it's pronounced one way in one circumstance and another way in another circumstance. So if it were the best chair was broken, I would say the best chair was broken because the next sound is a consonant.
Hmm.
But if the best chair is broken, we link it. And
Hmm.
it's just a matter of flow. There's a lot of stuff behind that, but basically it just flows better. Did that kind of answer your question? Did I
Yeah,
go off
it's
the
kind of even like not just the R's, but like if it's there, like the theater
Oh,
is in, I see that as almost like I'd put that as one word in my head of how to say like
right. I got yes,
theater is
absolutely.
in, like add the in
Right.
as part of that
Yeah, they do. We flow
moment
we
or
flow from one word to the other.
yeah,
R's just the tricky thing because it's not pronounced with this accent,
right.
except if there's an open vowel. So it kind of changes the rules a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Good observation. Yes. 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 I'd love somebody to try the next sentence. Anyone? Okay, Carter.
My car always likes to veer and so sorry. My car always likes to veer and it makes it hard to steer adroitly.
Adroitly. Uh-huh.
Adroitly.
Adroitly.
To steer adroitly.
Yes, very good. Okay, try it again.
My car always likes to veer and it makes it hard to steer adroitly. Adroitly.
Okay, good. So I'd like you just to end with and. Just
And
do the first part.
my car always likes to veer and
Okay, I'm going to go back with you a little bit just for everybody's sake, and we're going to talk about something a little bit different. We're going back to a vowel sound that we have learned. Be careful because you've got car and then you've got an A after that. But it's an AL. Does everybody remember what happens when an L fall? Uh-huh, uh-huh. It's always. My
oh,
car
my car always,
always. Yeah.
always,
And
always.
it's
My
because
car.
you were focused on something else. That's why. But that's why I wanted everybody to hear it, right? So what would typically happen, not always, if somebody was just saying this, it's a weird sentence for somebody to be saying, but if they did, English has it is written in phrases, and so the music comes from the phrases a lot of the times. It would be pretty normal to put a break in our voice after the word veer. right? So it would be very normal to say, my car always likes to veer and it makes it hard to steer adroitly or to steer adroitly. So sometimes those R's don't link if it's breaking a phrase. And you, as an actor, get to make that choice when that works and when it doesn't. But these R's are not always connecting because that's just not the way we talk. We break up our speech in little phrases. So it would really behoove you all to listen, watch as much BBC and BritBox and Acorn as you can to get used to listening to when people, in how the phrases affect it. So good. All right, Carter, who's going to do the next one? You get to pick.
Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Okay. Mrs. Van Cleer is crystal clear about the way she'll appear at the event.
Lovely. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And that particular linking is pretty much, that's pretty much how you would say that. Because you wouldn't say clear and do a break before you said about, right? Clear about, right? Now you could have done it, you could have done one, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. I'm just saying, alternatively, in speech, you might have after on the word appear, stop, do a little break before at the event. So it would be clear about the way she'll appear at the event.
And not put the R on the AT.
You could. It would be kind of a normal speech thing to do a break there.
Like if you're doing your lines and you're looking at the accent,
Mm-hmm.
would it be helpful to rewrite it and put the R? You know what
Yes,
I mean?
absolutely.
Rewrite it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And when there's an well, we're going to talk about intrusive R, but yes, absolutely. Put a little link there. Whatever works for you. Absolutely. Yeah, good question. And guys, it's a really good idea. You do need to mark your stuff until this becomes just natural for you, second nature. And that doesn't happen, that we don't have that many opportunities for that to happen because we're not asked to use British accents all that often in like normal auditions or, etc. Unless you're like doing a play, excuse me, or you get a role where you're shooting every day with that. So, it's a good practice thing to do. And marking things is always a good idea. Tina, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just a question.
Sure.
Um, so when you say the actor can choose
Mm-hmm.
where they would want to stop and then continue on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would that be sort of like, I'll just use maybe New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, New Jersey,
Sure.
depending on the area. So Brooklyn would talk a little bit different than maybe someone in Manhattan or the Bronx.
Absolutely.
Would it be a matter of what part of England that you're from, where you might stop and then pause and continue on, or no?
No, that's a great question, but no, not really.
Okay.
No, it's not so much that as it is that, but that leads into the fact that there are places in the UK where the R is rhotic, where they do R's like we do. In that little tiny island, there are so many accents, it's crazy. So there are places in England where they do say the R. So that is one thing that's different. But this particular accent that we're doing here is standard British,
Okay.
for different things.
Okay.
But yeah. Good, great question, actually. Really good. Okay. So does everybody kind of have well, let's go ahead and do these sentences. I'd like to see if Victoria would read the last sentence about Mrs. Van Cleer. Would you read that sentence for me? Just read
Yeah.
it as if this were a line and you were telling Tina Gallo
Tina.
about Mrs. Van Cleer.
Mrs. Van Clear's crystal clear about the way she'll appear at she'll appear at the event.
Good. Be careful about at. I saw you was like, oh no, what do I do with the A in at?
Yeah.
It's at.
Okay.
Yeah. We a lot of times we overthink it because we're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not affecting that sound, and I feel like I need to do something with that sound. That's one of those where it really doesn't change. It doesn't change from standard American English, which would be at. But
Okay.
there are many accents in American English that pronounce it differently. At
Mm-hmm.
and at.
And you're
Um,
still hitting those T's
yes, you're
more,
still hitting
more.
those T's.
Okay.
Now, if you get into like a more of an estuary accent, it's a London accent. It's not Cockney, but it's like middle class and, blue collar kind of people. And actually, not even that anymore. It's become very, very common. Those dropped T's, like we do, we'll say,
Mhm.
um, uh, I'm sorry, my brain, what is it? It was, she was at the party.
Mhm.
You can hear somebody here say she was at the party
Mhm.
at the party, and so it happens there too. That wasn't the best example, but you get the gist.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to move on a little bit. There's another R that we have to address, and that's the intrusive R. It's an R that doesn't exist on the page. It's an R that you make up to separate vowel sounds. We've got this happens in the United States in a few accents. It's kind of going away, but it's still very much a thing in the UK, especially with Cockney and Estuary and some of the other regional accents. But it also can happen with Standard British. So if you notice, I have, and you've probably heard people say this. Have you heard people in America say idea? I have an idea about it. This is where it comes from. It comes from across the pond. So it's what happens when you have a word that ends in a neutral vowel, which is that sound, and the next word starts with a neutral vowel. So the word idea ends in the and the word about begins with a. So for the sake of people understanding us, we stick that R in the middle there to separate the words. Kind of makes sense, right? It doesn't exist on the page, but it is there in speech. So it would be, I would love somebody to try to do this, and I know you can do it. Who wants to do it? Okay, Audrey.
Just start with the first one.
Yep, just do the first one.
I had an idea about the decor.
Very nice. Yes. I had an idea about the decor.
I had an idea about the decor.
Those of you who live in the South, have you heard people say idea about? I've got an idea about it. That's a good idea.
Yeah, a
Yes.
lot of really country people where I live.
Mm-hmm. 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 They got it honestly. It came from across the pond. So that's where that comes from. And it's because it's all about people understanding us. That we can't, that neutral schwa sound, that sound is so, it doesn't have any structure to it. It's just right? So if you have two of them together, it's hard to tell when one word ends and the other one begins. Well, this helps make that happen. And this happens even in the poshest accents. It happens all throughout the UK. Not everybody does it, but it's common to hear through any accent in the UK. Audrey, who's going to read the second one?
Let's do Vincent.
Mm-hmm. The
All right.
second sentence, Vincent.
All right, let's see. The meteor is always hounding her.
Nice. Very good.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Very nice. The meteor is always hounding her.
Yep.
Good. And I'm just gonna kind of a little review. Remember the sound? How do we pronounce the sound? Anybody?
UH.
Yes. UH. Be careful not to go in the Midlands, they speak with all the time, but that's a very specific accent. So standard British, it's uh. It's counterintuitive. You see ER and you substitute it with it feels weird, but keep practicing that because it's correct, number one, and it takes practice to get you to recognize it. Eventually, it's going to feel very natural to you. Very good. Okay, Vincent, who's going to read the third one?
The third one. Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Laura.
Laura.
All right. Linda is funnier if she's sleepy or if Dana is around.
That's a lot of them. Hopefully you don't have very many sentences where you have that many in a lot if you were doing a play or you're doing a scene. But that was great. That was great. So does everybody understand the concept of this? Who has not done one of these that wants to practice it aloud? I don't know if that was the
I
way
have a
I should. Okay,
quick
good,
quick
Tyler.
question
Pick any of them. One of those three.
before I do, quick
Oh,
question for
I'm
clarity.
sorry.
So these words, even though they end with a vowel and we're adding an R, because that R is added, the same rules for the linking from above applies here, correct? It becomes a linking R.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it doesn't, I see what you're saying. Yeah, this is like, yes, this is a linking R. And then it's a little different than the one above where the word ends in an R and the next word's a vowel. Yeah, this is an R that doesn't exist. We just add it.
Yeah,
We
so you
insert
add
it.
it and then the linking R rules apply.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Cool. Um, all right. I'll do the first one.
Okay.
I had an idea about the decor.
Very good. Very good. I had an idea about the decor. Okay. Raise your finger if you have not gone. I think everybody needs to try this if you haven't gone. And so, Tyler, pick one of these fingers that's up.
Bianca.
Bianca. Any of them.
The meteor is always hounding her.
Nice. Okay, fingers up. Pick somebody quickly.
Victoria.
Victoria.
The meteor is always hounding her.
Lovely. Fingers up. If you haven't gone, pick somebody.
Richard.
Richard.
I had an idea. I had an idea about the decor.
Try it again and just say these words for me. Idea about.
Idea about.
Good. Now put
Idea
that in
about.
the sentence.
I had an idea about the decor.
Lovely. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Who's next? Raise your fingers. Who are you going to pick, Richard? Your mic's off.
Sorry, Mallory.
That's okay. Who did you say?
Mallory?
Oh, okay, Mallory.
The meteor is always hounding her.
Good. I'd like you to do it again, Mallory.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to be careful on the last word.
Her. Okay.
So to read the whole sentence again and think about that last sound.
The meteor is always hounding her.
Okay, so you remember what the sound changes to?
The UH.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's huh.
it's huh, like HUH,
Huh.
like huh?
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
So the media is always hounding her.
right. The media is always hounding her.
Her.
Try the whole sentence again.
The media is always hounding her.
Bravissima! Lovely, lovely. Okay, raise your finger if you haven't gone. I want this is a tricky thing, but gosh, if you guys can get this, you'll be so much better than most. All right, who's next?
Bill.
Belle.
The meteor is always hounding her.
Listen to you. Great job. Who's next? Raise your finger. Got O'Brien and Carolyn.
O'Brien.
O'Brien.
Linda is funnier if she's sleepy or if Dana is around.
You really got into it toward the last. Just do Linda is funnier if she's sleepy. Just do that much for me.
Linda is funnier if she's sleepy.
Okay, so what's happening, it's when you're saying funnier,
Yeah.
but which is actually the way you're saying that as far as the music of it would be more natural. It would be very natural to say Linda is funnier if she's sleepy, and that would probably be more the way a person would say it. But for the sake of the
Okay.
exercise, I want you to link the word funnier with the word if. Try it again. See if you can make that work.
Linda is funnier if she's sleepy.
Very good. Very good. It feels unnatural, but it's just a good practice to get used to that. Good job. Good job. Okay, who hasn't gone? Fingers up, fingers up, fingers up.
Let's do Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
I'm gonna challenge myself and do that one too.
go for it.
Linda is funnier if she's sleepy or if Danae is around.
Listen to you.
Thank you so much.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Ever so, ever so. Okay, I think we have Carolyn, correct? Is that it? Is there anybody else? Oh, and Carter. Carolyn and Carter. Which one?
Let's do Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Okay. The meteor is always hounding her.
Lovely. I'm gonna pick on you about her again,
Her.
though. So
Her.
hounding who?
Her.
Ha.
Her.
Ha. Yeah. Now,
Her.
that is used in part of England, but it's not this accent. So this in standard British, that sound becomes hounding
Her.
her. Yeah.
Hounding her.
Lovely. Lovely. Okay. All right. We have one person left. Last but not least. Go for it.
Here we are. Linda is funnier if she's sleepy or if Dano's around.
Oh, listen to you. You act like you've been doing it forever. Excellent. Wonderful. You guys, thank you for doing that. I know this was kind of hard and it's going to stay hard. Keep working on this one a little bit. It'll get in your bones. It'll get in your bones. But if you do this accurately, you're going to be better than I'd say 75% of Americans who do British accents. This is like a oh, I know. It's like the kind of the insiders club. So if you get this part right, it's like, oh, they've trained, right? Carolyn, you had something to say?
Yes. So if you do Shakespeare, is this would be
Oh,
correct
yes.
to
Oh,
do standard
yes.
British? Yeah.
This is, yeah. Now, the thing is, depending on the director and the production, sometimes they want different things, but probably 80%, maybe more than that.
But like for a
Standard British is usually what's done.
like for a monologue, so that would be.
Oh, if you were doing a Shakespeare, yeah. Like, especially for an audition. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Richard, you had a question?
Yeah, you're talking about the ER sound.
Mhm.
That's very similar to how we pronounce it.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
That's why I was wondering if okay.
Yeah, it is. It's very similar. It is. Even though your accent really comes more from French and
Yeah.
Spanish, But there were also British things that got involved in those accents in Louisiana too. So it's really interesting, isn't it? The accents in Louisiana. Yeah, great.
Very interesting.
Yeah, they are. I love them. I love them. Anybody else? Any other questions about this? Can we move on? Okay. Thank you for that. It's a I wanted to start with it so it could get easier after this. Start with the hard stuff and then move on. Okay. So what let me make sure I'm telling you right because I'm really good at forgetting what I'm doing here. But hmm, I've got some other linking. I've got some practice for you. I'm going to let you guys. Oh, we do have another thing we need to talk about regarding the R. Okay. Do you have that sheet? Does everybody have that sheet that has the little yellow marks on it? Okay. We're going to go down to the second half of that. The ones where I've got the yellow marks is what we just worked on, the same principle that we just worked on. Well, there's another thing called an intrusive R. And this happens sometimes in American English too. And that's when a word ends in a neutral vowel, right? Oh, that's actually what we kind of talked about. Oh, we already did it. We did it. I'm sorry. It's kind of the same thing. Yeah, why did I do that? Wait a minute. No, an intrusive R. I was right, and then I talked myself out of it. Okay. So an intrusive R is where there is an R that doesn't exist, and it's used to separate two vowels, right? So if if you see on the bottom there, and this is something that happens in the South too. This happens in a lot of places in the South. If you see that sentence where it says, I had an idea about the decor, the intrusive R is putting an R in there in between those two words that doesn't exist. Again, like we mentioned, because we've got two vowels together that are neutral and we want to separate them. So you would say, I had an idea about the decor. Does everybody see that? I had an idea about it.
I think are we at the right place? I think we did this.
We just
That's what I
finished
thought.
that
That's
one.
what I thought. As soon as I said it, I went, wait a minute, that's what we just said. We already
Okay.
said that. We already
I
did
thought
it.
my
I'm
brain had a
sorry.
short circuit moment for a second.
I
I'm so
wasn't.
sorry. I'm
How
so
do
sorry.
you
I was like, wait a minute,
I
did I
don't feel
say
too
this? I
bad
think I
now,
did that.
Jill. I don't feel too bad now.
No, I wasn't sure if we were at the right
Oh,
spot.
Tina, you have no idea. Have
Yeah, I
long
do.
COVID. Have long COVID. Trust me, guys. Does anybody here know anybody that's ever had long COVID?
Yeah, my
Carolyn, have
parents.
you had it? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I had it in 2020 when it first came out, and I had it for a year,
Oh,
and I've still got symptoms. So.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. It's anyway, we won't go there. We won't go
Hey,
there.
Jill,
Okay.
quick question.
Yes.
How do you know how do you determine neutral vowels? Because you said the
Okay.
R is in between neutral, so
Okay.
how do you
All
determine
right.
what's neutral
So
vowel?
the
Yeah.
neutral vowels sound two ways. Uh and in American English, right? In British English, that ER sound sounds like or in different accents, sometimes it's right? With different accents, not the one we just did. So the neutral vowel is the schwa. If you remember that upside down E that you see in the dictionary, that's called a schwa. So it's a vowel that doesn't have an R after it in a syllable that is not stressed. So if I said above, I've got the same sound in both vowels. The above part, it's spelled with an O, but it's the stress syllable. You hit the bov, right? So that's that sound. It's the bov, it's the stressed one, but the unstressed one, the A, is not pronounced or a. It's pronounced and that's the schwa, and that's the neutral sound.
Okay.
And then the other neutral sound, the sound, is when the sound is not in a stressed syllable. So if I said curve, there's only one syllable in that word. So that sound is not neutral. But if I said father, that is not I know seems complicated, but that is not the stress syllable. You stress the father, right? So that is the unstressed That's the neutral.
Okay.
Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
I know it's a lot but it's all about stressed syllable and unstressed syllable. So
So
that's
like
the neutral ones are in the unstressed. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
so like that first sentence I had an idea about that A in idea is
Is
neutral.
neutral.
And then also the A
in about. That's
is
right. That's
neutral.
right. They're
So it
both
has to
neutral
be
vowels.
those two neutrals on each side.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. That's exactly right. For that to be a linking R, yes.
Okay.
It's a R that does not exist except in speech. You will never see it on the page. It's something that you do without, reading it. It's something just to separate those neutral sounds. So great. Does that make sense to most of you? Is there anybody that says that seems completely crazy? Okay, good. Good. Very good. Excellent. Okay. So yes, we just did that twice, so we don't need to do it again. All right, let me see if there's any, yeah, what else? The next thing I was going to move on to. Okay. I did want to ask, going back to the fact that I have long COVID. Um, did we finish both of these as far as the short A rules? Did we get through both of them all the way? I wasn't sure when to say.
I don't think so.
Did
I
we
do
do
not both
did
of
we
them.
do either of them?
I don't have that sheet in front of me, but I have
Okay.
like words like architecture.
No,
Like, is
no.
that?
This is the short A rules. And so you guys should have that. I sent it.
Yeah, I don't think we
Yeah,
did
it's in
it,
a different
Jill. I don't
file.
think
But
we
you do
did it.
have it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
okay.
it emailed. Yeah.
That's what I thought. But I don't trust myself. Okay, so we're going to go over the short A rules now. And if everybody can find that sheet. So it looks like this. Everybody got it? Okay. All right. So short A in American English is like the A in cat. Long A is like the A in face. So short A is apple, cat, spat, have, right? So it's that sound. Well, you've probably noticed as you've been working on this British thing that with British English, that sound isn't always but sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. And so this little sheet of paper that I gave you, when I am coaching or directing a play or a scene, I made this so people could cut it. We would cut it into and fold it up and stick it in your pocket. And the reason I say that is that it's almost impossible to memorize. It takes a long time to memorize it. So I strongly recommend that you make a whole bunch of copies of this. If you ever have to perform or audition with short A's, and there's short A's in almost everything, about knowing when to say, eventually you'll get a feel for it. You know how you just sort of memorize it and it gets in your bones and you'll know. But until then, this is my little cheat sheet that I recommend that people use. And I actually originally did it for a play I was directing, and people liked it so much I just kind of keep doing it this way so that you can do it. So let's talk about it. So, and it's kind of basically it's very, very straightforward, but it's really hard to remember. Okay. So the short A as in ask, draft, laugh becomes an ah. And it becomes ah, we say it ah all the time, but it becomes ah for this particular British accent when the short A is in front of. Here we go. F, FF, FT, NCE, NCH, NT, SK, SP, SS, ST, TH, and the, right? So there's so many times and very specific times it becomes ah. So you would say ask, draft, laugh.
Ask, draft, laugh.
But then
Oh,
when
sorry.
you go, say also, wait a minute, I got to give them the exception. Also, when ND is medial or final in a word of two syllables. So, like in the word command, that's two syllables, and you've got that A at the end there. So then it becomes command, right? All right. So that's the other exception when it becomes ah. Any other time, oh, no, wait a minute. Yeah. And then NCY, it becomes, yeah. So NCY, it stays ah. So any other time, it's ah, like we say it, similar to the way we say it. So bad, am, and sand, the way we say it would be similar in that it's bad, am, and sand. It's the short A sound. But if it's ASK, ask, it becomes ask. You have to mark your scripts. It's not optional because you will not get something right. And it's complicated. And so that's why I did this little thing. And I literally did it for a show, and I had people fold it up and stick it in their pockets during rehearsal. And I've done it, that's been probably 20 years ago, and I just still recommend it because it's really, really hard to remember. Now, are British people sticking to this 100% of the time? No, but at least 75. It's starting to change a little bit again because of American influence, because of television, etc. You'll hear some people just kind of say short A all the way. But especially if you're doing somebody who's well educated, or especially if it's before 1985, it would be pretty stuck on this. And especially, or if somebody went to private school, etc. Public school. They call it public school, but we would call it private school. How confusing is that? So anyway, I don't really have to teach you this other than I would like to hear you pronounce both sounds. The thing that's different with the short A sound is that we nasalize this sound when it's got a nasal sound after it. When we have the word AND, we don't say it the same as we say add. I'd like you to, everybody, just kind of with your mics off, I'd like you to say add, add, and then the third time, sneak that N in there, but keep the sound the same. So it wouldn't sound like add, add, and. It would sound like add, add, and. Right? Does that make sense? Everybody try that. And if you have a problem with it, let me know. Add, add, and. Everybody feel the difference between from the way we say it, and. And I don't know. Good. Everybody got that? Okay. So that's the way to, if you're if you're not sure if the accents, you're still working on, or let's say you've got an audition, be careful about those short A's. And that's what I tell people to do. Just as your little exercise, add, end. Bad, band. So that you can get used to not making it nasal. Anything else I feel like I need to tell you on that? Yeah, I'd actually like to hear you guys say some of these words. So if you could, let's start with Tyler. Tyler, I'd like you to start with the word ask, right? In that under number 1, where we've got that line in bold with ask, draft, staff, basket, right? So I'd like you to say the first word and then call somebody's name, and they're going to do the next word, etc. So we're going to start out with the ah sound when the short A becomes ah.
Ask.
Pick somebody.
Brooklyn.
Draft.
Draft. Lovely. Who's next?
Victoria.
Victoria.
Law.
Good.
Bill.
Wait a minute. What
Oh,
was the third
wait,
word?
did I not get it right?
Soft.
Are
Soft.
we not doing like that number 1?
Yeah, we're doing number 1 with the where, see where it says sample words, and it's in bold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was on the
And you
wrong
were
thing.
number 3.
Sorry.
You were word number 3. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Stop.
Lovely. Okay, now pick somebody. Thanks.
Okay, Bill.
Bill.
Okay. Basket.
Basket. Good job. Pick somebody.
Carter.
Carter.
Master.
Master. Good. Good.
Richard.
Richard.
Rather.
You missed one, but that's okay. Rather is
Oh.
fine. Pick somebody and
can't.
they'll go backward. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Pick somebody's name.
Okay, who hasn't gone? Finger up. Carolyn.
Can't.
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 Can't. Yeah,
Bianca.
very good.
Bianca.
Boss. Boss. Oh wait, no, path. Sorry, path. Because we did
Yeah,
rather.
and somebody didn't say rather either.
Oh,
So
rather.
pick somebody, Bianca, and then we'll let them do the rather.
O'Brien.
Okay, good. O'Brien.
Rather.
Lovely. That was so posh. Okay. And who's next?
Audrey.
Boss.
Lovely. Bass. It's still bass if it's an instrument, but it's bass if it's a fish.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Who hasn't gone? Raise your pinkies.
Laura and Mallory and Vincent.
Let's do Mallory.
Cast.
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 Mm-hmm.
And then Vincent.
Vincent, and then I'll let you do one, Laura. Vincent.
I mean, cast.
No, it's the last word.
For me, it's ask, draft, staff, basket, master, can't, rather, path, bus, cast. That's the one that's on my sheet.
Oh, okay. So the one after cast.
Sand.
Oh, you have a different thing.
I have, yeah.
Oh no, that's the bottom one. That you're reading the bottom one. It's the one, it's the line, the ones on number 1. See?
What?
Number 1, and then it says sample words. You see it?
Path.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, where'd that go? Okay, and Laura didn't go.
Yeah.
Is
Laura.
it Laura that didn't go?
Yeah.
Pick
Laura.
whichever one you want, Laura.
Okay. Rather.
Rather, that's a good one, isn't it? I'd rather be in London. We'd rather be in London, wouldn't we? Okay, lovely. Okay, everybody. All right. So then the next one, so like is it bad am sand? It stays a short A. The thing that you got to be careful about, and I said it, but I'm going to say it again. Be careful with the nasal, like M, N, and NG, because they want to hypernasal the sound. So a lot of Americans would say, I am in the sand. Don't touch my hand. Right. So we tend to push the sound up here, and that happens with a lot of Americans with a lot of different accents. So it's very common. And we do it with some words and then not with others. So what I tell people to do is like in the words am and sand, say it. Well, actually, I can't do it with so much with am, but I can do it with sand. So on the word sand, take the N out. So you're going to say sad and say it twice. And on the third time, stick that N in there. So you're going to say sad, sad, sand. Anybody raise your hand if you're having a problem with that. Okay, you know what I want to do? I'd like to hear everybody do that. And you can use these words. You can use sand, man. Nope, nope, nope. You can't. You can't use man. You can use sand, hand, grand. You can use one of those words, and I don't care. Sand, hand, grand, right? And you pick which one you want to do. So it's going to be sad, sand, hand, had, hand, grad, grand. Right? Okay. So let's do this really fast to get some energy going here. All right. So I'm going to call a name. Everybody go ahead and take your mics off, just so you don't have to fool with that. Right. We're going to all have our mics off. I'm going to call a name. You're going to pick one of the words. I don't care which one you do. All right. You're going to do one of those words. You're going to do sand, hand, or grand, or sad, had, and grad, right? So you're going to say both of them. And then you're going to call somebody else. And the deal is to try to do it really fast, but it's got to be accurate. Okay. And if you don't do it right, you have to pay me $20. Okay. All right. Let's start with Bianca.
Sad, sad, sand.
Lovely. Pick somebody.
Mallory.
Had, hand.
Lovely. Pick somebody.
Laura.
Grad, grand.
Lovely. Pick someone.
Victoria.
Sad, sad, sand. Bill.
Sad, sad sand. Oh,
Do it again.
sad, sad sand.
Okay. You notice it's different? Sad, sad, sand.
Sad, sad, sand.
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 That's it.
Okay.
Feel the difference? You're not anticipating that N. So you're not getting it in your mouth in position of going eh. Sa, ah, open. Did it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, pick somebody.
Audrey.
Audrey.
Had, hand.
Lovely. Who's next?
Tyler.
Tyler.
Had, hand.
Lovely. Pick somebody.
O'Brien.
Okay.
Sad, sun.
Almost. Sad, sand.
Sad, sand.
Lovely.
Raise
your finger if you have a thought.
Fingers.
Okay.
Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Grad, grand.
Lovely. Raise your hand.
Vincent.
Excellent. Fix it.
Grad, grand.
Lovely. Pick somebody.
Richard.
Richard.
Grad, grad, gran.
Okay, do it for me one more time, Richard.
Grad, 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 gran.
That's it. That was good. Who hasn't gone? Raise your hand. Anybody? Yep. Carter and Brooklyn. Pick somebody.
Carter.
Carter.
Grad, grad, grand.
Lovely. And Brooklyn, I think that's the last one.
Had, hand.
Lovely. You're all so posh.
Mhm.
So you're so fancy.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
fancy.
And fancy is one of those words that doesn't go It's not fancy.
Fancy.
Fancy. And you
Fancy.
know that because it's on your sheet. If you lose every piece of paper, this is the one you don't want to lose.
Mhm.
You don't want to lose. And if you lose it and you ask me for another one, I'll charge you $50. I'm kidding. I should do that, shouldn't I? Man, I could make some money. But don't lose this one and just make a bunch of copies or take it, put a picture of it on your phone and just kind of have it handy because it's hard to remember. But if you've got it there, you won't forget it. Okay. All right. We've got a little bit more time, right? We've got a little bit more time, don't we? So what I'd like everybody to do is grab that sheet that says Glasgow zombies and coffee. You got it? Good. All right. When I got this, there's a word that some people might be offended by, and I didn't see it. It's on the third line down, and it rhymes with witchy. So if you don't want to use that word, feel free. Actually, why don't we just change it to witchy, and then we don't have to be.
Okay.
All right. I didn't remember that it had that in that, but I think everything else is all good. So what I'd like everybody to do is take a minute. Well, if anybody needs to take a break I'm going to say let's give you let's like 3 minutes. Is that a good little time to go to the bathroom if you need to or whatever? But I basically want you to read through this. And you're not going to all do all of it, but we're going to get through this monologue with everybody doing at least some of it. Is that good with our standard British? Is that good? Okay. So go ahead and mute yourself. If you need to take a little quick, like me, I'll be right back.
Quick
Tina,
question.
go ahead, Tina.
I just don't have these sheets tonight. I have the other ones, so I don't know why. Was it sent another night? The short A and the one you're talking about now?
Do you guys have this?
I don't, but they do, so I don't know why.
Okay.
It was sent tonight, but it was also sent another night. So it's been sent twice.
That's probably why. I probably do somewhere in here, Jill.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's
Are
okay.
you sure? Okay.
Yes, that's okay.
I'm going to run, I personally am going to run to the restroom, but if somebody else needs to get it to you, Tina, can somebody like Victoria, can you send it to her? Okay.
Yeah, just for my package.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Sure.
And of course I can get it to you anytime, but yeah, sure.
We are almost a minute away from time. Is that correct?
Oh,
Yeah.
we are.
Unless
Why
you're
did I
wanting to
think we
go
had-
over.
Oh, I thought we had. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought we had until 9 my time. So you don't 8 your time, but we don't.
Hour and a half class, but
My bad. I see that's where my brain comes in. Okay.
I just
I'm
wanted
good
to
to see
preserve
it.
your time and respect, what
Oh, don't worry about me.
So that's what I'm here
I'm
for.
good. I don't want. I don't. Does anybody need to go? Tina, do we need to go ahead and stop? You're
my
okay if we
my
go a
Zoom
little
will
longer?
keep going. My Zoom
Okay.
will keep going.
Okay, good. All right. So if you are in a hurry, depending on how quickly you need to go, because we're not going to have everybody read the whole thing. We're going to break it up, but it's probably going to be like at least another 15 to 20 minutes. So if you need to go first, just let me know. But I really do need to go, and I'm so sorry, but I need to go for just a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Has
Hello.
anyone been watching any British shows or British accent shows?
Yeah, the movie
I
Emma.
The one with
Oh, is that based off a book, right?
Yeah, it's
Anya
there's
Taylor-Joy, I think.
a lot of Emmas. It was a BBC one.
Yeah,
mm,
I think it's the Jane Austen Emma.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yes, yeah.
I can't remember if there was an older one or if there's one with Anna Taylor Scott or whatever her name was.
I will say
Taylor-Joy.
if anyone has not watched Adolescence, I recommend it because it's a British show. I think it's like 4 episodes. Um, but from the aspect of what we're learning with the British accent, and then also from the aspect of method acting, it is phenomenal because it's one take. Every episode is a single take. Like there are no cuts. It is
Wow.
unbelievable, like what they pulled off to
Where
be
can
able
you
to do
see it,
that.
Ty? Is it on Prime?
No, it's on Netflix.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Can you do
it's
me a favor, Ty? Can you post the name of it in the group page
yeah,
tonight?
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
And Laura, honey, if you want to is she there, Laura? If you want to post, Laura, are you there, babe? If you want to
Sorry.
post your podcast, honey, don't forget to share
Oh, I think I put it in the
in the
group.
group. Oh,
I
you did?
did.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Yeah, it's
And
called
anyone
Stories
else
That Stir.
got something going on, don't forget to share it in the group page. Brooklyn, are you on our group page, honey?
I don't think I am.
You need to get in there, honey.
I
Okay,
know.
so what I need you to do, we were already friends on Facebook, so just go to the Nashville Studio of Method Acting and like the page, and then make a request to join the Nashville Studio of Method Actors, ACTORS group, and you will be in the family. You'll see what we do in there.
Wonderful. I'm going to do that.
You can get a reader if you have an audition. Bianca did that one for us.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it's gone now. They don't do chats on message or on groups like that. So I need to figure out something else, Tina.
They took it down?
Yeah, they stopped doing community chats. So I need to figure it
How
out.
dare them?
I know.
Well, you can go in and ask someone, I need a reader. You could do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
with the old way we did
Oh,
it.
yeah.
But we post the videos and I'll post videos and people share what you're doing and headshots or whatever. You'll see.
Yeah,
I
it's a
just asked to get into the group, so I'm excited.
I put an audition in there recently. Some
Oh,
of them in
good.
here made it was with Shari. Oh, hi, Jill's back. Okay.
Oh,
Mums
that's good. No, it's good.
Hi,
That's
Jill.
good, good, good. It sounds great. It sounds like good stuff going on. Okay. So for the sake of time, we're just going to do a little bit of this at a time. However, everybody, I'd like all of you to work on this. This is kind of going to be the big assignment for the next session. Cool? All right, but for tonight, we're going to read through it a paragraph at a time. Cool? All right. Who would like to begin? Audrey is ready to start. So you're just going to do the first paragraph. We're going to cut the that big long paragraph into two, and then so not everybody will get to do that, but then those who don't get to do the whole, when we finish the whole thing, we'll have you do the first paragraph. Okay? All right.
Okay. All right.
So whenever you're ready, Audrey, and I'm going to be marking
Okay.
things. Okay.
Okay. Have you ever been stuck in Heathrow during a pandemic? Let me tell you, it is not a blast. Not. First of all of the already rude people become even more so, like 10 times more so. I had one witchy lady literally lift up her rolling duffel and shove me onto the walk fast treadmill sort of thing with the bottom of the bloody bag. I mean, my gosh, have we become barbarians or something? Too much Peaky Blinders and Vikings, if you ask me.
Good. Who's next? You pick the next person, Audrey.
Sorry, I
Oh,
do have to go soon
okay.
if you don't
Let
mind.
Laura go.
Yeah,
Laura,
go for it, Laura.
thank you for letting us know. Go for it.
Okay. Then I really needed a coffee. I had a blinding headache from the Prosecco the night before, just the relentless stress of trying to avoid everyone and everything all the time. My current recurring nightmares are about being breathed on by a maskless zombie, and then I see that everyone around me is a zombie with masks on, and then I wake up wondering what was the point of that.
Lovely. Thank you. And thank you. I know you have to go.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Laura.
Sorry.
Who's
Thank you.
next, Laura? Pick somebody.
How about Richard?
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Jill, can I pass tonight on that?
Yes, absolutely. Pick somebody else, Richard.
Okay, let's go to let me pull my page up here. I'm sorry. I don't have it. Give me a name. Bill.
Um,
Bill, go Bill.
okay. Bill. And Bill, I'm going to stop you about halfway through, okay,
Okay.
of this paragraph.
Okay. Anyway, there was a Costa shop near my gate, and I took the last place in the absurdly long line. Don't think for a minute that Brits only drink tea. Not anymore. We need caffeine. Because of all the because of all the hygiene protocol, I reckon the line was barely budging. My head was throbbing like the dance club at 2 a.m. And I hear first call for my flight going to Glasgow, which would not be long enough for food service. Oh boy, this is like I
And
have a hard time when it's
that's
reading
your
the whole.
spot. That's actually good.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good place for you to. That's great. Okay, and who's
Whew.
next, Bill? That's
Yeah,
how it just takes
yeah.
time, Bill. Okay, who's next? Who'd you pick, Bill? We can't hear you.
Bianca.
Bianca. Okay.
And if you have ever had airplane coffee, you will understand my conundrum. Do I wait in line for the chance to get a decent cup of coffee and perhaps some relief from my pounding head, or should I be safe, go to the gate and wait for watery mud? As I deliberated, a person walked by me with a straw poking a hole in their mask, sipping a nice latte. They were so wrapped up I could not tell if it was a man or woman or even human, and I caved. I grabbed my duffel and scooted off to the boarding gate, where they kept us 6 feet apart until we actually boarded the plane. Then every man for himself. My head felt like a jackhammer was pounding on my temples. Sardinging my way through the aisle, I did my best to not look down. I did not want to breathe in the rancid breath of the seated passengers who always look up at people boarding a flight. Why? During a pandemic, do not breathe on me.
Good. Pick the next person, and if you haven't gone, we'll go back and do it again. Okay, next person.
Carter.
Who was it? Oh, Carter. I couldn't hear what she said. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Sorry.
Then a miracle happened. I got in my seat, an aisle seat, pretty sweet. And the sweet old Geordie lady next to me, wait for it, offered me a cup of strong black Costa coffee. She said, I ordered a cup of tea, mind you. Would you care for some black coffee? I can't bear the taste. I didn't drink any of it, just smelt it. And I did not care one whit that this sweet old lady had touched that cup, not at all. I gratefully took the coffee, sat back in my seat, took a nice big swig of the caffeine-laden brew, and decided that we'd get through this nightmare after all. I'm ready for you, Glasgow.
Okay, lovely. Okay, pick somebody, and we'll just go back and, start again.
Victoria.
Victoria.
All right. Have you ever been stuck in Heathrow during a pandemic? Let me tell you, it's a blast. Not. First of all the already rude people became even more so, like 10 times more so. I had one witchy lady literally lift up her rolling duffel and shove me onto the walk fast treadmill sort of thing with the bottom of the bloody bag. I mean, my God. My God, my God, have we become barbarians or something? Too much Peaky Blinders and Vikings, if you ask me.
Good. Who's next?
Um,
Raise your hand if you haven't gone.
Carolyn.
Then I really needed, sorry, we're driving. Then I really needed a coffee. I had a blinding headache from the Precasso the night before. And just the relentless stress of trying to avoid everyone and everything all the time. My current reoccurring nightmares are about being breathed on by a maskless zombie. Then I see that everyone around me is a zombie with masks on. And I wake up wondering, what is the point of that?
Lovely. Okay, who's next?
O'Brien?
Okay.
Anyway, there was a coastal shop near my gate, and I took the last place in the absurdly long line. Don't think for a minute that Brits only drink tea. Not anymore. We need caffeine. Because of all the hydrating protocol, I reckon. The line was barely budging. My head was throbbing like the dance club at 2 a.m. And I hear first call for my flight. My flight going to Glasgow, which will not be long enough for the food service. And if you ever had airplane coffee, you will understand my conundrum. Do I wait in line for the chance to get to a decent cup or coffee and perhaps some relief from my pounding head? Or should I be safe? Go to the gate and wait for the watery mud? As I deliberated, a person walked by me with a straw poking a hole and their mask sipping an iced latte. They were so wrapped up, I could not tell if it was a man or woman, even human. And hey, Jill,
Yes.
so mine cuts off, right? It says human, then and then I can't see the
And that's
words.
it?
And I can't.
Okay. Well, we'll just stop right there for you. I don't
Okay.
know why, huh? That's weird.
And then it starts where it says, then every man for himself. But the rest of it I can't see.
Huh.
It's just where
Don't
it
worry
printed
about
out.
it. Don't worry. That was a good chunk. That's about where we stopped with the other person that did this paragraph anyway. But we'll
Okay.
make sure somebody make sure if you don't mind that he gets a copy that has the whole thing, I guess. Can we do that? Do I need to send it again or what?
Most likely it's there, but whatever the viewer he's using is not letting him scroll to view the other page.
Ah, okay. Maybe so. Okay, good. Thank you, Carter. Okay. Who do you want to go next, O'Brien?
Who
Who
hasn't
hasn't
went?
gone?
Let's do Mallory.
Mallory. Okay, so Mallory, if you would start with if you would start with I grabbed my duffel and scooted off. Can you see where that is? It's in
Yes.
that paragraph that we were just at.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right after, and I caved, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I grabbed my duffel and scooted off to the boarding gate, where they kept us 6 feet apart until we actually boarded the plane. Then every man for himself. My head felt like a jackhammer was pounding on my temples. Sardining my way through the aisles. Oil. I did my best not to look down. I did not want to breathe in the rancid breath of the seated passengers who always look up at people boarding a flight. Why? During a pandemic? Do not breathe on me.
Okay, and who's next? Who are you going to pick for next?
Who hasn't gone yet, if you raise your hands? Tyler.
Then a miracle happened. I got in my seat, an aisle seat, pretty sweet. And the sweet old Geordie lady next to me, wait for it, offered me a cup of strong black coaster coffee. She said, I ordered a cup of tea, mind you. Would you care for some black coffee? I can't bear the taste. I didn't drink any of it. I smelt it. And I did not care one bit, and I did not care one whit that the sweet old lady had touched that cup. Not at all. I gratefully took the coffee, sat back in my seat, took a nice big swig of the caffeine, laden brew and decided that we'd get through this nightmare after all. I'm ready for you, Glasgow.
Excellent. Thank you. And who's next? Who has not gone? Do we have like one or two, right? Vincent and Brooklyn. So who's next?
Vincent.
Vincent. Okay, hang on a minute.
Hanging.
Okay. All right. Hang on 1 minute. I got to get another marker because okay, so Vincent, you start at the top.
Very top. Okay. Have you ever been stuck in Heathrow during a pandemic? Let me tell you, it is a blast. Not. First of all the already rude people become even more so like 10 minutes more so. I had one witchy lady literally lift up her rolling duffel and shove me onto the walk-fast treadmill sort of thing with the bottom of the bloody bag. I mean, my God, have we become barbarians or something? Too much Peaky Blinders and Peaky Blinders and Vikings, if you ask me.
All right. All right. Then pick someone who hasn't gone. Brooklyn. Is that it? Is that it?
So,
Oh, go Brooklyn.
alrighty. Then I really needed a coffee. I had a blinding headache from the Prosecco the night before, and just the relentless stress of trying to avoid everyone and everything all the time. My current recurring nightmares are about being breathed on by a maskless zombie. Then I see that everyone around me is a zombie with masks on, and then I wake up wondering what was the point of that?
Excellent. I'm sorry, I'm taking notes here real quick. Almost done. I hope I can decipher this. Okay, you guys. Excellent. Okay, so I've made some notes here. I want to decipher these and I think Tina, would it be okay? Is there a way if I decipher this stuff tomorrow
Yeah,
and send it to somebody that it could get distributed to the people?
sure thing. Send it to Tanya and CC me.
That's what I figured.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so the notes I'm going to just send to you individually about things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to record the whole thing myself so that you can go back. And I'd love you to try to do it before the next session. Go back and try to correct what you did, and we'll do this again, but we'll do some other stuff so we won't get bored with this. I'm already bored with it. So we'll find something new to work on. Guys,